I watched the first episode. Very sad to see you be the first to go. How was it for you to watch the episode back yourself?
I mean, I'm disappointed that I was the first to go. That's something that I did not want to happen. But living it and being there, I felt like it was my time to go. It was so hard. It was much harder than it looks hard, and it's even much harder to live it. Let me just say that.
Right. I don't think I would do well. So
A lot of people are easy to judge from their armchairs back home, and oh, I could have done that, and I want to see you try because it's difficult. It's difficult. It's an experience for sure that I'm so glad I did. But of course, disappointed in myself, but still proud of myself for a lot of things too.
did watching it back kind of change your perspective on anything at all? Like, were you at least happy to see what you were able to accomplish while you were there? I mean, that has to.
Oh, so happy for what I was able to accomplish. So happy. I faced my biggest fear, which is heights. So happy about that. Wish I was in more shape whenever we filmed. Of course, you look back at yourself and you're like, okay, there's different things that I would do. But, I did it. I'm proud of myself still, even though I didn't make it very far. It was a complicated time in my life. I missed my son. There was just a lot of different factors that were happening. But I
Yeah.
put myself out there, left my comfort zone, and I tried. I tried. Yeah.
How was it? How was it for you to be away from Cruz? I has to
That
be trickier, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me for sure is being away from him. I had never been away from him that long. I know it only looks like one day on camera, but I was there for at least 7 days before we got
Yeah.
to the course, and I had never left him that long before.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so that was definitely difficult. I was FaceTiming him over and over and over and over while I could, while we were in the hotel still. But yeah, that was crazy because I was all the way across the world. Like, what if something happens? Oh my gosh, that's difficult for any parent. But I think that once I do show him me jumping out of the helicopter and stuff like that, he's still gonna be proud of me. He'll
Has
understand.
he, I was gonna say, has he seen any of it yet? I know he's young, but like some of
Yeah,
that stuff is cool for him to see, I think.
he hasn't seen it yet, but I will show him definitely the helicopter stuff because he loves when the helicopter. I live in LA, so the helicopters are always around,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he loves that. So I will show him eventually.
And I know you mentioned you thought maybe you could have trained a little more beforehand. I guess what kind of things do you think you could have done to prepare better in hindsight?
Just definitely training more before. Different stuff like that. I've been talking about how I thought I would be more prepared mentally, and instead, coming out of a toxic relationship, the DS are doing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do by yelling at us and putting us down to try to knock us down and bring us back up. For me, it didn't work like that. It was triggering. It didn't
Yeah.
motivate me. It was something that I didn't think was going to happen to me that did. And I feel like that's happened
Mm,
with a lot of people that did special forces. Like a lot of things that you don't think are going to affect you do. And that was something
mm.
that affected me that I did not like see that was going to happen. So there's a lot of things that I would prepare for, but I'm in such a better place in my life right now. So,
Yeah.
it's just timing for everything.
And having done it, are there things that you learned or you realize you had to work on for yourself after you did it?
I mean, yeah, I definitely, was like, okay, let's put myself first a little bit more because I'm always taking care of
Mm,
everybody else, but I'm never focused on myself. Whenever that comes to letting myself go to the gym or do anything, like I am the full time parent, I'm the full time caregiver, I'm the person who does everything. So I put everybody before myself, and I'm probably going to continue to do that, but I need to give myself a little bit more self love and self care.
that's
Yeah,
a good thing to learn.
yeah, yeah.
You know, Obviously on the show you mentioned that an ex who everyone assumed is Jack said you wouldn't make it that far and you hope to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
I'm curious, did you get any sort of reaction after the episode aired or when you got back?
Not since the episode aired, but even whenever I came back, like I didn't tell him immediately that I was coming back. It's a 20-hour flight back from Morocco. So I didn't say anything. I just showed up and it was like, I'm back. And, it was a lot like, oh, I knew that you wouldn't make it that far and blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of
Mm,
like let it just like roll off my shoulders because I can't care anymore what somebody who is like that has to say about me. I think it was in the back of my mind, like I wanted to prove people wrong, especially after getting a text message like that. But like
yeah.
I didn't deserve to get a text message like that in the first place.
No.
You know?
Well, and I think by all like the media pickup for you saying that too, I think everyone is clearly on Team Brittany,
Yeah.
which has to feel good. I assume you got some people reaching out to you after that.
Yeah, I got a lot of love and a lot of support. There's also a lot of haters like, "Oh, you didn't try. Oh, you didn't." Trust me, I tried. Trust me. It wasn't for me at the time, but I tried. It was an experience I will never regret doing. It was such a cool thing to see how it all works, to be in Morocco, to be with the amazing cast. There was a lot of
Hmm.
awesome things that happened while I was there.
I was gonna say, obviously, you kind of disappear once you quit. That's just how the show works. But
Yeah.
when were you able to kind of reconnect with the rest of the cast, and what kind of messages did they have for you?
We have a group chat. So
Okay.
as soon as people started leaving, I was like, okay, this person's gone. This person's gone. This person's gone. This
It
person's gone.
keeps getting
Like,
bigger.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say who. You'll have to watch and see.
Of
But
course.
yeah, we have a group chat, and we all recently did a press day. A lot of people went to dinner together and different stuff like that. The cast was amazing. I have nothing bad to say about anybody. Everybody was spectacular. The DS yelled at me and did whatever because that's their job. They're amazing.
Yep.
They're amazing people. They are so nice, so kind outside of their job that they're supposed to be doing. Like they're great people as well. So, it's a very cool experience.
And I'm sure everyone else is also saying how hard a time they had with it, which has to kind of build you up a bit too.
Yeah, of course.
And, I think a lot of people really like the video you shared of you and Teresa, just seeing her kind of clean you up after the mud. Are
Yeah.
you looking forward to kind of reconnecting with her at BravoCon? I know you guys are both
Oh,
going to be
yes.
there for that.
I can't wait to see her at BravoCon. I really want to have her on my podcast soon. She's been somebody who
Mhm.
checks in with me even more regular than anybody else. She kind of took over like the mama bear part. She knew how hard it was for me. We jumped out of the helicopter together. She was so kind, and I really, really, really love Teresa. She's a great
Was
person.
it? I was gonna say it must have been nice to have someone from like the same kind of world as you there too.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I was like, "Bravo family, hey." It was great.
Are there any other Bravo stars you'd like to see do it, just to either see them suffer or to see them pull it off?
So, yeah, so many people have asked me this question, and if I'm talking about the Valley specifically, I think Jason Caperna and Luke Broderick would do amazing on the show because 'cause they're both
Mm,
super fit, and, Jason has such a great mind, and Luke does too, but he's also a country boy, so I think that they could go far with it. Zach would be hilarious.
right.
Like, he would be the comic relief. He's just such a character. He would hate it. He would despise it. He wouldn't wanna mess up his spray tan, but he'd be hilarious.
Of course.
Yeah.
And would you do it again if there was, like, a possible redemption season for people?
I would if I had time to train a little bit better, and also if it was, like, all the losers.
Right? I mean, I think that's interesting,
Yeah.
though. Everyone
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of
I
gets
would
a second chance.
I would definitely try it again just to, like, see if I could do better. Because 'cause I'm in such a
Mm,
better place now, and I feel like I
yeah.
could do better as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
And, we did see you conquer your fear of heights jumping out of the helicopter. Have you kind of tested it since to see if it's stuck?
Yeah, so that was crazy. Definitely I'm so proud of myself for that. I don't care how far I went. I'm so proud I did that. But yeah, I just recently went zip lining, and
Okay.
it was terrifying. My knees almost buckled, but I did it. And I kept saying to everybody, if I could jump out of a helicopter in Morocco, I could freaking do this zip line in San Diego. So
Exactly.
I did
Like,
it.
as someone who is terrified of heights as well, I don't think I
Yeah.
could have jumped out of the helicopter in the first place,
Yeah,
so
like, if I'm in a hotel and there's a balcony, like, I am scaling the
oh,
walls.
yeah.
Heights are not for me at all.
Same.
Yeah.
And, now that you have done this, are there other kind of competition or reality shows you would be interested in doing?
I think I am down for whatever. I
Yeah.
think that it would be fun to try things like, I just think it's fun to put myself out of my comfort zone. I'm in a completely different time in my life, so why not try things that are presented to me? I'm just very much like, let's see what happens. Let's go for it.